Hello! Welcome back to another episode of Modded Kerbal Space Program, where I am building a plane. And this is probably going to go horribly wrong, because I am terrible at building planes. What are you up to?
Well, I am building a capsule that will rendezvous with the crazy station. It's going to rendezvous with it, fill it up with fuel, and take some Kerbals and my science data off of it. And it's just a matter of what tank do I want to use? Let's see here. I want need enough fuel to get up there. Oh, you know what I need first, before I forget to do that. So I took out an MK1-2 command pod and a MK2 lander can, slapped them together. That will get like 4 Kerbals off if I decide to take that many Kerbals off. I'm going to try to get up there with a large fuel tank to fill it up as much as I can. Yeah.
Large fuel tank shouldn't be too terribly hard.
No. Let's see here. I will need, though. Let's see here. Heat shields are under aerodynamics. Yes, they are. Oops, that's...
Why does that not connect across? Ah, close enough.
Rackomaxtic
No,
coupler.
that is not close at all. Strutting up the wings. There we go. Okay, so now this thing is going to need... I'm going to need some control surfaces. Which, as always, are incredibly annoying to attach. Yeah. There we go. I should probably be on 2 symmetry mode here. More and more control surfaces, please. I think one more ought to do it. All right, and then I need this guy. All right, so now landing gear. What do we have in the way of landing gear? Medium, small. I think medium is probably what we need. And then one right about here. Seems like it should work. Okay, we don't have air intakes. That's probably important, I would think. What are those under? Docking port, air intakes. Ah, here we go.
Where is the
There's a RAM air intake. That doesn't really do this plane design very much good now, does it? Unless I put some, like, nacelles on here or something.
Mm-hmm. I always have a pain finding the adapter to go from 2.5 to 3.5 meter.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it's not under adapters where it, one would think it would belong.
Structural?
There it is. It's under it's under structural.
I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. I'll put some more on. Let's just turn that off, and we'll just put a couple out here on the wings. Sure. All right, now I need those barometers, the science data. There's the barometers. Okay. I'm just going to put a whole bunch of these on here. I'll probably put some
That is more.
emergency parachutes on as well.
There you go, 5400 Delta V. That should make it.
Definitely should.
All right, and then let's just make sure that I don't have a full crew. We'll get rid of these guys, and we're going to take up... We need a pilot. Pilot. No pilots. Hudred Kerman.
Hudred.
There we go.
Good old Hudred.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to just call this the return capsule. I actually I've got another ship design in mind also that I kind of got after watching how the Soviet space shuttle was different than ours.
Uh-huh.
They actually, they didn't...
The one they never used?
Yeah, the one that they never used, yes. Instead, they didn't use solid rocket boosters. They used they kind of basically took like they basically attached it to a rocket, for lack of a better term. And it was just basically a glider attached to a rocket, which is how it was kind of different. And they used all liquid fuel engines instead of solid rocket boosters. All right. Hopefully this thing only has one stage.
All right. Let's just call this I don't know, it's a barometer. So we're just going to call it what it is. Okay. We need a pilot. We definitely don't need an engineer. All
right.
Let's go with Serena Kerman. No, you're an engineer. Pilot. Ludok Kerman. Sure. Save. Launch. Let's see what happens. No idea if this thing's going to work or not. They don't actually have an awful lot of faith.
You're an hour in the past.
All right.
I am going to speed up time here because I need ideally, I would like the planet to rotate because I got to intercept a polar orbit here. So I got to... There we go. That's close enough. Actually, it is Oh, that's the barometer. Did I set you as target? No, I set the crazy station as target. Okay.
All right. Well, I've got liftoff.
Oh, I'm seeing your plane on my screen. I thought that was... Well, anyways. So, we're going to throttle up. Range is clear. SAS is on. HUD is... No idea what he's about, what he's in for. Got a very nice beginning thrust to weight ratio. We're going to have to turn that down. Keep ourselves under the speed of sound before we break 10 kilometers.
I have no idea what kind of altitude we can expect to get out of this thing. I have many emergency parachutes in case of crashing.
Gonna drop down our speed just a scotch here. 200 meters a second, 5,000, 6,000 meters. I think we should be fine. 8,000 meters, 240 meters a second. Yeah, I shouldn't have to touch the throttle really at all here.
This thing isn't incredibly fast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? I am going to have to do... I'm glad I just realized this. I'm going to have to do a southerly polar orbit so I can rendezvous with this thing properly. Because it's already rotated kind of halfway around the planet here.
Yeah, the rendezvous on that polar orbit is kind of hard. You have to kind of wait to launch until the until you're lined up with
yeah, I sped up
until the space center's lined up with the thing.
Yeah, I sped up time a little bit here. So our first stage is out, which is not surprisingly, but I will break through the atmosphere here. I hope I have enough Delta V to get up there. 5,700 should be plenty.
I really have no idea how high this plane should be able to go. I don't think it's going to be very high, though. I'm already losing intake. And I haven't even crossed 5,000 meters yet. And it would appear that this may not necessarily actually work by a biome. So that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, the Poodle engine attached to a whatchamacallit should be just good. Just fine. Attached to the orange tank.
Yeah, I would think so. Alright, let's see if we can maybe turn north here. Maybe we can get over some land over here or something. I really don't think this plane is going to work out very well, given the fact that I think these barometers don't work by biome in the air. So they may work by biome landed, which we will test.
Come on, don't fall back in the atmosphere.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I passed my apoapsis, and I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm gonna fall back in the atmosphere.
You got to start your orbital burns sooner. Have you been waiting till your apoapsis to start the rounding burn?
No.
How close are you waiting?
I don't. It varies from craft to craft.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what the ideal range is. It mostly depends on your thrust to weight ratio.
Mm-hmm. Ah, crap! I forgot to wait. Forgot to time accelerate.
All right, let's just try and get back over the land here and try and land this thing and see if we can get pressure data from the ground. I don't really think I can use this thing to fly around and land in the different biomes, but it'll be good data to have. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can cut the engines and deploy our emergency parachutes.
Because this particular craft is a lot more maneuverable than my others, so we did a relatively early kind of rotational burn here, so
Yeah.
we'll see where this gets us.
Hopefully it works out.
Now let's see if I can get us a...
I'd love to figure out a good, like, single stage to orbit design, but I don't think we have enough parts unlocked at the moment to even...
Yeah, I see. Now I'm going too
about
fast because I'm getting re-entry burn on takeoff, so now I'm definitely going too fast. But so I know I've wasted a lot of delta V there, and yeah, my tanks are out, so that was definitely not as good of a launch as it was before.
All right, well, this is going to be an interesting landing, if nothing else. We're still really high up, but I'm going to put the gear down a while. Not exactly going to be landing on our runway here. All right. 600 meters. Let's flare. Kill our vertical velocity a little bit. We're at 400 meters. Just cut the engines entirely. Okay, flare.
All right. So we're gonna keep ourselves, I don't know, maybe about a 2 thrust to weight ratio until we like really break through the atmosphere. But we will start a little bit of a gravity turn here. And that's really not technically a gravity turn when you're pointing yourself due south.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not really. Orbital insertion.
There you go.
All right. Well, that was actually possibly one of the easiest landings I've ever had.
I'm already doing better because my apoapsis is higher than my second attempt.
Okay, so yeah, the barometers work while landed, but they don't, I mean, they work from the air, but it's just like while in Kerbin's atmosphere kind of a thing. They don't count the biomes from the air. So, I mean, that's some good knowledge to have for the future. So I'll have to maybe just launch tiny little, like, probes with parachutes to go to each of the biomes landed with like a science, a set of science stuff on them. Just like a science package of some kind. Yeah, that was only 12 science. Great. All right. Well, we're at the end of the episode, so if you like the video, click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for some more modded Kerbal Space Program. Thanks for watching. Bye.